Mastering Magick is Mat Auryn's follow-up book to Psychic Witch, which came out in 2020 and which was received with so much enthusiasm by the magical community. A lot of people are going to think back to Mat Auryn, I think, in 20 or 30 years' time as the guy who introduced them to magic, very much in the same way as maybe some people think today of, say, Donald Michael Craig with modern magic. I think that in the same way, some of the material in here will date. I mean, it's unavoidable, of course. Some of the thoughts in these two books are very much of 2020 and 2022, which is, of course, quite natural since we are in 2022, certainly at the time of recording. Nevertheless, I think that what we've got here is something quite special. You know, I think that Mat Auryn has given us a really nice way in for many, many people. I think that it's not just going to be appreciated by absolute beginners. I think that people with quite a lot of experience will find a lot to enjoy in these books. Let me concentrate a little bit on Mastering Magick, since we've talked about Psychic Witch in the past. How do you top such a well-received book? You know, how do you follow that? And, well, Mat Auryn seems to have found the answer, and it's by doing more of the same kind of high-quality work, you know, giving exercise after exercise. Let me just see, there's 63 exercises in this manual, and it's so well presented, it's so well written. He gives you a concept, and then he gives you some exercises that go with that concept. They might illustrate the concept, they might be informed by the concept, but all in all of the exercises are workable, they're enjoyable, they're designed for the 21st century, and they're great. Yeah, this actually is reminding me that some of the exercises, some of the spells, some of the rituals have been written by guest writers, right? So here we have Llewellyn, who's giving us a little ritual. I think Storm Fairy Wolf also does one. Christopher Penchak. There are quite a few, and actually, if we go towards the back over here, just before the index and the extensive bibliography, we have a few pages here with biographies of the various contributors, so you can actually see who contributed little passages, not just passages, but actual exercises and rituals and spells. So that's really nice. Some very well-loved names there, Devin Hunter among them. So that's really nice. I found myself nodding along most of the time here, you know. I found myself thinking how lucky we are to have someone who understands the deeper nature of reality as Mat Auryn. It's rare to have someone who's got such an overall view of how it all works. I didn't agree with absolutely everything that he said. I mean, naturally, you're going to be hard-pressed to find two practitioners who completely agree with each other. But nevertheless, on the whole, I really liked his approach. I really liked his way of defining what fits where. It's quite unusual for me to find people that I agree with as much as I agreed with what Matt was saying over here. Another thing, just while I quickly go through the contents page over here so that you can pause at any moment and have a read for yourself. what I really appreciated was his inclusivity. And yes, I am talking about his inclusivity of, say, the LGBTQ community and the neuroatypical community. However, I was particularly surprised, I think that's probably the thing, with his inclusivity of people who have aphantasia, which is an absolute thing, you know. So much of magic revolves around visualization, you know, so much, maybe not so much of magic, but so much of the way magic is shared, you know, the way magic is taught nowadays revolves around visualizations. And well, some people just can't visualize, and it's not just that they're not trying, it's a condition. Aphantasia is a condition, and people reach out to me every week at least asking me, hey, I have aphantasia, what can I do? And you know, until now my answer's always been, well, you know, go with Damon Brand's attitude of just knowing that whatever it is there, rather than, you know, trying to picture it in your mind, which is clearly not going to be possible. Mat Auryn gives some really nice pointers in this book, and more often than not, his exercises, in fact, in every case, he manages to find workarounds for his exercises that don't use visualization. So how amazing is that, right? So really nice approach to inclusivity. It's, you know, I'd say that if inclusivity bothers you, then just go to any of the other books that exist. This is necessary on the in the domain and on the market. I'm very happy to see this. So you can see from the contents page that I showed you there that the book is divided under some logical headers there that all work together very well, and flow quite nicely on, and it just feels like a natural extension from Psychic Witch. So if you've read Psychic Witch and you wish that it was a larger book, this is volume 2. There you go. It's very nice. There we are. What else can I say? I can give you a quick look at how extensive Mat's bibliography is. That really was something quite impressive. Was it before? Was it after? I think it was before, maybe the index. Yes, it is before. 1, 2 pages, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 pages of bibliography. Yeah, informing the underlying philosophies and theories that appear throughout this book. You can see some very well loved, very well respected names, and some other names that have fallen out of favor, but nevertheless, you know, are a part of today's esoteric and occult scene. So, you know, it's important to know where we come from in order to know where to go towards. That's really nice. There we go. As always, there are links down in the description that you can click on for the US Amazon store and the UK Amazon store. If you use those links, then I get a small commission at no extra cost to you. If you are interested in the audiobook, I was quite nicely surprised. The audiobook is beautifully read, very nicely read. I'm afraid I can't remember off the top of my head the name of the narrator, although I know that he's read a couple of other books that I've really appreciated. And if you do get the audiobook, then at the beginning of the audiobook, Mat directs you to his website, basically, where you can find all of the all of the illustrations, right, all of the diagrams that you might need in order to follow the exercises, or to actually go ahead and yeah, practice the exercises included. So yeah, so that's really nice. It's available as a Kindle book as well. Very cool. And yeah, just very nice to see these two books matching in their style, in their presentation. Llewellyn are always very careful with their presentation, which is really nice. I mean, they remain paperbacks, unfortunately, but paperback does mean accessible and possible to mass market, which is exactly what this book deserves. It needs to be seen by as many people as possible. There we go. Mastering Magick, those are my thoughts. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up, subscribe down below if you haven't done so already. I'll see you very soon with another video. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.